The practice of arranged marriage is tens of thousands of years old, but even today, many parents are setting their kids up with husbands and wives, and yes, it's happening here in Australia.
Dentists Richa and Ankur first laid eyes on each other over a Skype connection from her home in India to his in Melbourne. Their parents not only set it up, they stayed within earshot.
Hi Richa, I'm the mum. How are you?
And I'm the dad.
That was probably one of the most awkward moments of my life.
Thankfully, we had dentistry as a common link between both of us, so we could start talking about teeth rather than marriage.
Their folks arranged the meet through a website where Indian parents look for a husband or wife for their son or daughter. It's like letting your mum and dad loose on your Tinder profile.
Very similar to a dating website over here, except that it's organized for parents. And basically they put their profiles on of their children, family backgrounds and stuff to look for a suitable match.
We did ask him, is there somebody that you like, or is there somebody that you would want to find yourself? But he was pretty clear. He said, no, I think you can find for me. I trust you.
For 2 days after their video call, Richa and Ankur texted around the clock.
We were interrogating each other and asking each other, starting from simple things like, what kind of movies do you like? And then going down to more personal things like, do you want kids and how many?
And then Ankur hopped on a plane to India.
It was kind of a last-minute decision. My parents were going to India anyway over the Easter break. And then we had a chance to talk in private and figure out whether we liked each other enough to get married.
10 days from that first awkward Skype call, Richa and Ankur got married.
I did have second thoughts. I was like, am I doing the right things? Have I made the right decision? But once I said a yes, it was like a switch just flicked in my head.
Arranged marriages are thought to go back tens of thousands of years, and they're still commonplace in South Asia. In India, 84% of young married couples were matched up by their families. With Indian migrants making up almost 2% of Australia's population, the tradition continues here.
Family is really important in Indian culture and South Asian cultures in general, and that extends to the marriage.
Ankur's parents have also found a fiancé for his younger brother, Sam.
I work with a lot of young Australian kids, and they all said, can you find somebody for us? It's so efficient. It was like yesterday he didn't know anybody, and 3 days later he's married.
But for their youngest child, Tanya, who's lived here since she was 1, the whole concept still seems foreign.
I'd never seen an arranged marriage. When my oldest brother was going through the process, I was pretty shocked. For some reason, I know it's silly because I can see how successful it is. I am still a bit unsure of whether it's the right way for me.
Ankur and Richa have almost clocked up 4.5 years. Although they weren't in love on their wedding day, they're now head over heels.
Once we started living 24/7 with each other, knowing each other, discovering each other, then slowly we started getting, okay, there's some affection, attachment. Basically, I can't sleep or I can't live without this person feeling after a few months.
It's much like anyone else who enters into a marriage. You want to fall in love, you want to have a companion for life, and arranged marriage is seen as a really great way to do that in certain cultures.
If I had found someone by myself, I don't think I could have done a better job.
I think that I have made the right choice and I wouldn't have got anything better than this.
Wow.
Like, out of all of it, the thing that freaks me out the most is that your mum and dad are doing the typing back and forth. I just couldn't handle my mum being like, is it cool if I put an eggplant emoji in this one? No, it's not. No, it's not at all.
But the thing to remember is that this is embedded in culture, right? So part of your job as a parent is getting good at stuff there's a kind of wisdom that accrues, whereas if we just tried to do it, we would stuff it up.
Oh, it would absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever have that responsibility for my daughter. No. Look at the fantastic mess I've made of my own life.
But you know what? There is so much potential for this. Imagine Indian Bachelor. With just a whole lot of aunties around, just sorting out through paperwork, trying to match people
You're onto
up.
something there, Waleed.
I just don't like that old people are using technology, because you turn up on the day and they've just got, like, a cabinet from eBay. You're like, I'm marrying this? And they're like, I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works.
Hey,